Good evening. Welcome to the iBUG Buzz. This is iBUG Buzz episode number 695 for Monday, August 4th of 2025. I am Maria and I will be facilitating the conference tonight. This is an open forum for anyone with questions or issues with their iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, Apple TV, or HomePod, and for anyone who is desiring to become more proficient in using the accessibility features of these iDevices. We focus here on the use of the voice-over screen reader with these wonderful iDevices. So welcome to everyone who has joined in tonight live, and also welcome to those who are listening back to the conference via the recorded podcast playback. This iBUG Buzz is just one of many events that we've got going on this month and every month, and you can keep up to date on all that we have going on at our website, which is at ibugtoday.com, iBUG, and that is .org. You can get on the mailing list from our website so that you never miss an event. You can also access the podcast recordings, meeting info. You can also access information about our Jumpstart mentoring program and other resources. So that Jumpstart mentoring program, if you are new to the use of the iPhone with VoiceOver, we can match you with a mentor for up to 12 weeks for you to gain a foundation in how to use VoiceOver on an iPhone. And if you think that you might be interested in mentoring others, both the mentee and the mentor applications are on our website. So we do invite you to check those out if you may be interested in that. Again, is at iBUG. All of that is at ibugtoday.org. You can also follow iBUG. Our conference recordings, they're archived on the website and they can be searched there by topic. You can also get these recordings via a podcast. So this is the iBUG Buzz. And so this podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the ALEXA, or the podcast app of your choice by searching and subscribing to iBUG Buzz. And several of our events can be searched as well by their names via podcast in your favorite platform of choice. And the recordings are also available on YouTube, so you can subscribe to the iBUG Today channel on YouTube as well. We have, as I mentioned, several events that are happening this month to give you just a sense of what is coming up for this week. We have, right after this, you're at the iBUG Buzz, and right after, from 9 to 11 p.m. Central Time, and all of these will be in Central Time, we will have the After Buzz, so that opportunity for us to all get together in a more casual setting and talk about our lives and adventures and events and anything besides politics, religion, and any technology that is within the scope of iBUG Today training. And so do stick around for the After Buzz this evening. Tomorrow, that's August 5th, from 5 to 6 p.m. Central, we have the Mac Buzz. So it's like this, except talking about the Mac. We then have on Thursday, we've got our Trekkie Talk, and that is from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Central Time on August 7th. We will be discussing this time. You're invited to pre-watch, and then we'll be discussing Star Trek Voyager Season 2, Episode 13, and Season 2, Episode 14. Then on Friday, we've got the iBUG night at the virtual movies. The movie pre-social and fun and games begin at 7 p.m. Central, and the movie, which is the audio described, the track of the movie, begins at 8 p.m. Central, followed by trivia and discussion after the movie. Of course, that is Friday as always, and do stick around for the halftime show as we do every Monday night here when we will have the big reveal for what that movie is going to be this week. And then on Sunday, the 10th of August from 4 to 5:30 p.m. Central, we've got the iBUG Cafe, that deep dive into an app or feature. And this time we will be looking at the Agiga Echo Vision glasses, an up and coming product, and representative from the company will be there to provide demos, and this will be an opportunity for you to ask questions from the company if you are interested. So we have got a jam-packed week for you this week, and all of our services are free. There are no membership dues or fees. You can with that, you can also, of course, follow us on various social media channels, and all of that information is on our website as well. So with that, let us go around the room and introduce ourselves and where we are calling in from. So I will begin. I am Maria, and I am in Albany, New York. And when you tell us your name and where you are from, do let us know as well if you are a first-time participant.
Angelo from Ottawa.
Candace from...
Hello. Hello to all three of you. Welcome.
Shazadi, Canada.
Hello, welcome.
Pat, Ohio.
Hey, Pat, welcome.
Brandon, North Carolina.
Hello.
Gary in Texas.
Hello, welcome.
I am Candace, also in Texas, and I have been with iBUG probably since about, I want to say 2013.
Oh, beautiful. Well, glad to have you back for so many years in a row.
Robert in Chandler, Arizona.
Hello, welcome.
Mary Alice from Pennsylvania.
Hello, welcome, Mary Alice.
Vincent in New Jersey.
And Vincent, welcome.
Thank you.
Dana, Cincinnati.
Hello, welcome.
Cheryl, Ohio.
Pete, Florida.
Also would like to say hello.
Louise, Georgia.
Hello, welcome.
Ned from Texas.
Hey, Ned, welcome.
Joe from Ontario, Canada.
Hey, Joe, welcome.
Brad from Dallas.
Welcome.
Ed from Georgetown, Ontario.
Hey, Ed, welcome.
Hi.
Valencia from Maryland.
All right, welcome to you both.
Julie Houston.
Hey, Julie, welcome.
Yusuf from Spring, Texas.
Hello, welcome.
Jody from New Hampshire.
Hey, Jody, welcome.
Hi, Maria.
Cheryl, Ohio.
Welcome.
Brian, Ontario.
Hello, Brian, welcome.
Jerry,
What else would like
Alberta.
to say? Hey, Jerry, welcome.
First time this week.
All right, very good.
Marty, Ben Salem, PA.
Hey, Marty, welcome.
Danny from Illinois.
Hello, welcome.
Greg in Texas.
Hey, Greg, welcome.
Gloria from Houston.
Hello, welcome. All right, who else? Anyone else would like to say hello?
John, BC, Canada.
Hey, John, welcome.
Eric, originally from New Orleans, but in Illinois.
All right, welcome from Illinois by way of New Orleans.
Yeah.
All right.
Lynn, Pennsylvania.
Welcome, Lynn.
Thank you.
Hey, Lynn. What's going on, babe?
Who's that?
Eric.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm Cliff's friend.
All right.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
All right. A small world.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else would like to say hello?
Liz for work.
Hey, Liz, welcome. All right. Anyone else who may not have said hello yet? We'd love to hear you and welcome you. All right. Well, not hearing anyone else, welcome back to you all. And so let us begin another Monday night iBug Buzz. Who would like to get us started with the first
Marty.
question? Marty, go ahead.
So, I was in an email and I was looking for how to contact. It was a website and they had, contact us, but then they had call us. I clicked on that link and of course it had a phone number to call. And I wanted to put that phone number in my contacts, but the only options I saw were either call or cancel. And I swiped up. That didn't really, So, is there a way to take that number out of an email? The only way I could figure out how to do it was to memorize the number, go in my contacts, and manually put it in. But is there any way to put that number in the contacts from the email itself?
This is Jody.
All right. Yep. All right. Very good question. All right, Jody, go ahead.
My favorite gesture, the 3-finger quadruple tap, will copy the phone number to your clipboard. Then you go to your contacts and then go to edit and turn the rotor to paste. Or excuse me, you go to the rotor and then turn to edit, and then you swipe up till you hear paste, and you paste it.
I thought there was a simpler, there was an option in that.
This is Pete.
Call or can't. Go ahead.
All right, one moment. Marty, are you finished or?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Okay, great. Pete, go ahead.
Just wondering, did you call the number, Marty?
No, I didn't call because I didn't want to call it.
You just want to put it in your contacts, but never call it?
I think I did hit the call and it called. It didn't give me an option to share it or anything like that. So
my thought would be if you called it, then it would be in your recent items in your phone app. And if you flick down to that item in your recent items tab, you can flick up and find an item that says info and double tap on that. And you would have an opportunity, I believe, then to create a new contact from that. But you'd have to dial it first.
Right. Okay. I think that sounds easier. Thanks.
Okay.
All right, very good. And of course, you don't have to, dial it for it to ring. You can just, place the call and then immediately hang up the call as well. Yes.
Thank you.
All right, very good. So a couple of ways to do that. All right.
This is Greg.
Greg, go ahead.
Yeah, Marty, if you find that number in the recent calls, if you go to all and find that number, I think you can just do a 1-finger triple tap on the number and flick through your options. And I think you'll see an option for create a new contact or add to an existing contact. And so it will just automatically plug that number in if you do create a new contact.
All right. Very good. Well,
this is Marty.
Yes, go ahead, Marty.
It would not have been in my recent, I guess, until I dialed it. So, right?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
All right. Very good. Well, hopefully some of that helps and you can get it added. So very good. All right. Good discussion. Who would like to ask another question, a new topic, a question or a comment? If you've had an update with iOS or Jerry, go ahead.
Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe this is not the question to ask on here. It's about the Meta AI app on iOS. I don't know if I can ask it or not.
Well, it sounds like your question's focused on the app. We do traditionally like to keep the actual wearable devices for the mini buds, but if you're focusing more specifically on the app, I think we can take that. It sounds like it's an app question, yes?
Yeah, I'm just having issues connecting the app to Wi-Fi. It keeps telling me I've reset my glasses, everything. It keeps telling me it cannot connect to this wireless network.
Okay. Okay, so that does then sound like it's more of perhaps a glasses question. And I would invite you then, yes, to bring that to the iBUG mini buzz, which I get my weeks mixed up, but I believe that's next. I believe that's not tomorrow, but the Tuesday after, so the 12th.
Thank you.
5 p.m. Yes, and we'd love to take those questions there about any of these wearables or any of the these kinds of devices that interface with an app but that are primarily their own devices. So very good.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Who would like to ask?
This is
yes,
John.
Go ahead.
So just to tie into something for Jerry, just as a reminder, if you go to ibugtoday.org and click on Get Involved and you get on the email list, you should get the whole schedule. So all you have to look for when you receive that email is look for the one that says Mini Buzz, and you should be able to follow the schedule.
Yeah, I am subscribed to that. So
yeah.
Thank you.
Very good. Yes, thank you for that tip. All right.
Thomas in Colorado.
Thomas, go ahead.
I have a tip and a recommendation for an app. First, my tip is, I just found this out the other day, but you can send an audio message via Iris. So you just ask Iris to send an audio message and it records it and sends it.
Oh, all right. And just to clarify, if anyone is unclear, by Iris, you mean SIRI. All right. All right. Back to you.
Okay, it's Thomas again.
Go ahead, Thomas.
The app that I've been having a lot of fun with is called Gemini, and it's put out by Google. But you can take a picture from your gallery, and you add it as an attachment, and then it has a microphone where you can ask the query. You just say, describe this picture in great detail as I cannot see it. And the amount of detail that it comes back with is crazy. It's really, I looked at a bird in the sky and I heard it. And I took a picture with Gemini and it described the bird and told me what kind of bird it was.
Wow.
It's a very, very rich description. I like it, and it's fairly easy to use. So I recommend it if you're looking, and it's free. It's through Google, and it's called Gemini, but it's really fun to play with, but it really gives a lot of detail.
Pete?
Excellent. Go ahead, Pete.
Yeah. You said something initially about getting a picture and attaching it to an email? Did I hear that correctly? Yes, Thomas.
I think you missed. Go ahead, Thomas.
So basically what it is when you open the app, it's kind of like Chat GPT. So it's got the question box where you could just type in a question. But if you swipe over to the right, one of the options is to either take a picture right there, or you can take a picture from the gallery. Mm-hmm. Once you do that, then one of the options that comes up is add attachment. You add the attachment, and then you swipe over to the right with your finger, and it'll say microphone button. And you double tap that, and you ask your question. And once you're done asking your question, it'll automatically turn off the microphone, and then it describes it in the Gemini voice out loud. Mm-hmm. So it's not using voiceover, but it is really cool and very, very rich detail. I was amazed by it.
This is Pete again.
Excellent. Yes, Pete, go ahead.
So you don't really need an email. You're not going to send the email necessarily. It's just a means of pulling it from your gallery.
Correct. And attaching it to your question.
Got it.
Jerry.
This is
Mary Alice.
Yep, just to clarify, before I think, Jerry, what you're saying, there is no email involved. Of this attachment, all of this is within the Gemini app itself.
No, I was gonna make one more thing. You can do one other thing with it. If, say, you're having problems, there's something on your screen, you want to know what it is, you can actually take a photo of you don't have to take a screenshot. You can do it right in the app. There's a button there, and it'll tell you, describe to you exactly what is on your screen too, of
All
your
right.
of your phone.
This
All right.
this is
Mary,
Thomas.
Yep. We'll go to. Oh, and I'm so sorry. Yes, Thomas, you were the original person asking.
Yeah.
I meant to. My goodness, I meant to circle back to you to clarify that yes, there is. When you were referring to an attachment, that this is all within the app.
Yes, and I appreciate that. I did not know that about the screen thing, so I'll have to check that out. But I suggest everybody take a look at it because it's a free app and it does give a lot of rich detail in a picture.
All right, Mary Alice, you were going to make a comment.
Yeah, I wanted to know if that was for the Apple phone or because I know that the Android phone has the Gemini. Is it for the Apple phone as well?
This is
Jerry.
Thomas.
Yep, go ahead, Thomas.
Yep, it's for you. Just go to the App Store and put in Gemini, and it comes up with the app.
Okay.
And you download it, and then you use it, and it's fairly easy to use. So,
all right.
This is Joe.
Great. Good. All right, Joe, go ahead.
Yeah. My problem with me using it has never once been accurate with anything I've asked it. So what? I'm just wondering what I might be doing wrong with it then, because everyone else seems to be having good luck with it.
All right. Do you want to give us a sense of like what kinds of things you've been asking of it, and that might
I asked it to describe what was around me, and it said some stuff that wasn't even there. I asked it. I don't remember because it was when I first got it. I just asked it some basic questions, and it got the answers wrong.
Mm-hmm. Like knowledge questions, or like what's around you question. Oh, okay.
I've done both.
Jerry?
The only reason I haven't ditched it is because I figured it might improve it.
Sure. All right. Go ahead, Jerry.
I spoke to somebody today, and I guess it's like these AI apps are. I sent him the app to yesterday because he wanted it. He had somebody else tell him about it, and he said he took a photo too, and it said there's a painting on the wall, and he said he has no painting in his house. So they definitely do. How would I say it? They
hallucinate.
They hallucinate.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to.
Of course they do, but usually they get something right. This thing doesn't get anything right. Not for me, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
This is John.
John, go ahead.
I think when it comes to these AI apps, it's important to be very scientific and methodical, because if you ask one AI one set of questions and another different, like slightly different sets of questions, it's not very scientific. Like, it's ideal to ask the exact same questions to the different AIs, and then if they don't work, if they have different answers, then create new questions or new prompts. So then at least for every time you're asking it, you can do a side by side comparison where the variables are the same.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for that. That's a good thought. Yes, the art of the prompt, right? Like, if it definitely helps, like if you suspect that it might be making things up. Sometimes I have found that asking like in more detail, so like with the painting example, be like, where is the painting? What is it a painting of? And kind of see what it does. Like, does it keep making things up, or is it like, oh, actually, I was wrong. There is no painting. But yes, definitely these, as much as they're improving and becoming, better, it's one of those, trust but verify when it's critical. I know I've had AI tell me that, my thermostat had low battery when it didn't, and, tell me wrong button configurations and things. So, for sure. They could be better. Shazadi, yes, go ahead.
I was gonna say with all these bots, right? So Grok, Gemini, ChatGPT, the more you use them, the better they get, right? So I have noticed I use ChatGPT a lot, so now he has gotten much better. I've started to use Grok a lot. So all these bots, the more you use them, the more they learn from you, and the more they get trained, and you get trained, right? So it's just like the more you use them, the better they get.
All right. Well, that is good to know. There's some hope.
Of course, look at Siri, it's getting someone better, right?
Right, this is true. Thanks for that tip. All right. Very good. Who would like to bring a new topic? A new question?
This is Shazadi.
Shazadi, yes, go ahead.
I have downloaded the beta version of the iOS 26. And the problem that I'm facing is like sometimes when I'm reacting to a message or something, it doesn't let me react to it. So I wanted to know if someone else have tried downloading the beta version and someone else have faced the same issue. It's like with WhatsApp and messages, not able to react.
All right. And this is a public beta, I imagine?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if anyone else is anyone else using a beta, and I'm just trying to think too in terms of discussions here. When you sign up for the beta, is there like a non-disclosure agreement? Although this is a public beta, so that is actually a little different.
Yeah, it's just a public beta.
It's a public one. Okay, great. All right. So yes, is anyone running? Definitely betas. You're a little bit rough around the edges. All right. Well, I guess it sounds like you're the only one in this wild beta jungle here tonight. So I would definitely encourage you to report that to Apple. We need that fixed by the time iOS 26 is released, which is going to be very soon, isn't it? In like a month or and a half, typically.
So this is another good update, right? For those that are wondering to update them, just be careful, right? Because these are the issues that might be facing. So a good tip.
Yeah. And hopefully, because I don't know, like, is that the gold master or might there be some other betas? So yeah, definitely. I know Apple Viz, they try and keep tabs on the bugs and such as well, closer to release. So that's another good resource as well to help make an informed decision. So thank you for that. Because yes, unfortunately, sometimes some of these bugs are just really these items that would just never happen in the sighted community, that it would never be released with these kinds of equivalent issues. But hopefully with this iOS cycle not having as many maybe like ground up features, perhaps it might be a little better quality release. So we will see. All right. Who would like to ask a new question? I know someone out there has a new question or a comment. Who is this?
Candace.
Yes, go ahead.
So Maria, the last person was kind of soft-spoken, so I didn't get all of her question, but I think she mentioned WhatsApp. I have a question. I'm just curious if anybody ever experienced this. So I know it was mentioned, I guess maybe 2 updates ago, that there was a voice over bug where you could not send voice messages, and I had an issue where I couldn't send certain private people private messages. I couldn't send certain messages to groups. I thought it was my phone, so I made the mistake of uninstalling the app, and whenever I reinstalled it, it asked me if I wanted to do a chat backup, and I'm like, okay, I think that'll work. Well, that was a big mistake because I lost a bunch of WhatsApp messages that I had saved within groups and also private messages. I've never had that happen.
All right. Wow. Yes, that is. You would think that they're usually like installed in the or stored in the cloud and such as your account. Go ahead, John.
So I kind of made this mistake too, because for whatever reason, I decided to delete my app and then reinstall it. The important thing to do in this is that you want to make sure that you've done a backup before you delete the app, because there are instances where you lose a portion of your messages. Regarding like some of the bugs with the audio messages, Stephen Scott and Sean Priest from Double Tap say that the latest update should have fixed it. It fixed it anyway for them, anecdotally, but I can't speak for the general public. They just said that the bugs that they've been experiencing with audio messages have been fixed for them. And that's all I know on that end.
So far, John, I've downloaded a couple of the updates since, and haven't seem to have any problems as of now. So I think all is good. But I just wanted to put that question out there to see if anybody had the same issue with the disappearing messages. And I was like, oh, maybe if this issue with VoiceOver bug is resolved, maybe I'll eventually get my messages back.
Jerry?
All right. Go ahead, Jerry.
Just one tip, maybe all of you know it, but one of the latest updates, if you go there up till now, if you wanted to leave a long message, you had to lock it. But right now, what you can do is if you go to the voice message button, all you have to do is double tap and let go. Then you can start putting in your voice message. And once you're done, you don't have it stays right there. Once you're done, you double tap again anywhere on the screen and it'll send it.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, that is definitely a nice feature enhancement rather than having to do the double tap and while you're holding, swipe it up, right, to lock. So this is definitely a lot easier. And then just to go back to the point that John was making, to Candace's point, just to clarify, John, you were referring to just generally backing up your phone, right? Like an iCloud or an iTunes or some such backup, not anything specific to WhatsApp.
This is Sean.
I believe. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Very good. All right. Well, it sounds like at least you aren't the only one, Candace, that it happened to. And yeah, your message is, well, it may just be a moment to start over. Unfortunately. All right. Who would like to ask the next question?
This is Ed.
Ed, go ahead.
Yeah, I tried to do a new contact card on somebody that had sent me an email, and I double tapped on from, which usually brings up that menu, and then you scan over, or you go to the right, and it's supposed to have a place where you can start a new contact, and I just had no luck at all trying to find starting a new contact on that email. Does anybody experience that, or what did I do wrong?
Jerry.
Right. Jerry, go ahead.
As far as I know, Ed, that is not that option. I've never seen that option in there if you go to from. It just says their email address that it was sent from, but I've never seen that. Maybe I've never looked hard enough, but I've gone through all of the things and I've never seen that you can create a contact by going in there into the from field. And
this is John.
All right. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, so I've actually done that. That's typically how I create new contacts when I receive contacts by email is I tap on the sender, and then towards the bottom there should be an option to create new contact. And when you double tap on that, then it creates the contact, and it populates the fields with all the relevant information, and then you just tap on done, and then so the first done button is to create the new contact with the information, and then the second done button takes you out of the sender menu of the email. So it does work for me anyway.
This is Ed.
All right. Go ahead, Ed.
Just wanted to know, John, did you say a single tap?
No, one finger double tap.
One finger double tap. Yeah, that's
so you want to search towards the bottom of the menu, because it's usually down towards the bottom.
Okay.
So this is Maria. I will say too, Ed, perhaps this is happening to you sometimes because I've had the same experience as John, but sometimes I have found that when I click on that, when I double tap on that sender's name the first time, that nothing happens. Like the email message stays in focus. And so then I have to select, double tap it again. And then I know when that done button appears, then I know that that's that screen. And then I see the, message, call, video, mail. And then there's just like keep going. identifying there's their email address, and then we have add to VIP, block this contact, search mail, send message, share contact, and then right here at the bottom there's create new contact and add to existing contact. They're literally the two very last items in this menu. So you might find it easier as well to when it opens to use that 4-finger tap in the lower half of the screen to get to the very bottom, which would be the add to existing contact, and then you can just flick to the left to get to create new contact.
This is John.
All right. John first and then Ed.
That's a very important point, and I thank you for pointing it out, Maria.
All right. Teamwork. Ed, go ahead.
Yeah. So you do a double tap, and what I was doing a double tap, and what I was getting is to do another prompt to do a double tap and hold. What is that? What is that prompt? Do either of you remember that?
Can you, I don't know if it was only me, but a little bit of what you had said cut out. So can you repeat that? You had said something about a double tap and hold.
Yeah, it's first you do a double tap and it brings up another prompt that says double tap and hold to do something else. I don't know if it's open another menu or what it is. Maybe I'm
does anyone know? I have my hints turned off, so I don't hear this. Randy, go ahead.
So this is what works for me. So I have an email address from somebody that I want to add to my contact. I open up the email, and then it says from. It usually has their name. It usually doesn't have so and so add. It just says like John Smith. So you double tap on that, and when that opens, you hear it say address. And on that screen, you double tap the address, and then it brings up that sheet where you can create a new contact, add to existing contact, and so on.
All right.
This is Ed. Thank you very much, everybody. Gives me all kinds of information.
Well, good luck. I hope you find it. It's somewhere in there.
Okay.
And if for some reason your phone is doing unexpected things, perhaps like a restart or something might help to have it behave itself. But yes, it should be in there for sure.
Okay.
All right. Very good. All right. Who would like to ask the next question? All right. I thought I'm hearing someone, but didn't catch who that was. But it might have been background. So please mute if you have background.
Hi, this is Danny from Illinois.
Danny, yes, go ahead.
I was doing a little practicing because I'm going to have to get a new phone, and I don't think there's no more iPhone SEs out anymore. So I'm going to have to get one, without the home button. And I was just trying to practice and see where the best place, like on the bottom of the screen, where you can drag up, to go home.
Yeah.
Where's the best part on the bottom part to do that?
All right. Yeah, good question. Yes.
I was playing around with my sister's phone. She,
This
has
is Marty.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Yes, very good and very important, as you said, for moving forward. Marty, yes, go ahead.
So what you do is you look for where the port is, where you would plug in your charger.
Yeah.
And use that as your guide, and then right at the very bottom.
Okay.
You'll feel a click, and then as you go up, there's a second click.
Yeah.
And say you want to go to App Switcher, there's a third click.
Yeah. Because I tried, flip on the bottom part. I was trying all over, on the right hand, the left hand.
No, it's right by the port.
Okay, thanks.
This is Jody.
All right. Jody, go ahead.
Yeah, I also wanted to comment that there are no more SE phones, but there is the 16E, which is the the low end phone as far as that goes. That's kind of the new SE it's called the 16E.
This is Dan.
This is Joe.
This is Pete. Does that have a home button?
No.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Right. Okay. Thank you for that. Yes. So basically, I don't believe there is any phone with a home button anymore. So it is definitely a timely discussion. I think, oh my goodness, I think I heard Deb first and then Joe, I believe. So let's do that. Deb. Go ahead.
I was just going to say there is no home button on the 16E. That's all I was going to say.
All right. Very good. Well, thank you for confirming that. All right. Joe, you were next.
Yeah, I have a couple of things. One thing is that I was in my Apple store last winter getting my phone, and they still had older phones available. So I wouldn't totally give up on that. And the other thing is, if make sure that you have your sounds and haptics turned on, or the gestures won't really work. Like you won't know what you're doing.
This is Pete.
All right, Pete, go ahead.
Yeah, two things. I just go to the center and I actually start, Danny, on my case at the very bottom, right in the middle, and swipe up that way. That way I get a good start. And number two, I would suggest you not shop for a new phone based on whether or not it has a home button. These gestures are a piece of cake, and a home button is highly overrated, in my personal opinion. Just my opinion.
All right, thank you for that. Yes, I mean, certainly Apple, right, is moving away from it. So this may be a good invitation to explore. And yeah, I think you will find that, you know, it doesn't take so much of once you get used to it. All right, let's see. I think I heard Pete first, and then we'll go to Brad. So Pete.
That was me. That was someone else who came before Brad.
Yes,
was Sean.
Pete. I think I.
That was Sean.
Oh, John. Was it John? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. John, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that regarding the home screen gestures, like I can't speak for iBUG. I can assume that they did a presentation on this, but one thing to note is when you do that swiping gesture and you hear those popping noises, you can hold your finger when you hear or feel those, and VoiceOver will say lift for home, lift for app switcher. So you'll get that feedback to know that you're doing it right. I had another thought, but I can't remember it. So I'll leave it at that. But oh no. So there are other ways if you want to create an alternate gesture, or as Sriroy did in his iOS 18 presentation, you can also assign a voice gesture where you can say, for example, switch. And every time you say switch, it'll bring up the app switcher. So you can refer to that iBUG Cafe as well.
All right. Thank you for those resources. And then Brad, you were next.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I was just sitting here playing with my 16 Pro, and I can't remember who the caller was that asked, about where to put the finger. I've been using no home button phone for a long time, and I just found it doesn't matter where I put my finger on the bottom. Anywhere along the bottom. I tried the left, the right, the center, just put it near the bottom edge of the screen, like pretty much at the bottom edge. And then I dragged up and I was able to unlock. So I don't think it's really critical where you put it. It's just mastering that gesture. And also, I was on another call the other day and we were talking about this. Back when the iPhone 10 came out, which was the first iPhone with no home button, Jonathan Mosen did a unboxing of the new iPhone 10, and that podcast is still out there. If you search, I believe he called it back, not the new one. It was Mosen
was it the
at
Living
Large, and I believe he
Mosen at
merged
Large
that with something else. But it's from December of 2017. And if you search for that, everything in that that unboxing where he learns to use the gestures and set up Face ID, every bit of that is still relevant on the newest iPhone 16 series. So if you can search for podcast, you might want to check that one out. I believe it was Mosen at Large from, it was a weekly one. I want to say it's maybe the first or second week of December 2017. It's a good one to look for.
All right. Thank you for that. And I believe, and Shri, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but if you wanted to say something, I could have sworn that was it you and Pete. Did you do some kind of intro to VoiceOver or some such session where you covered that? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, you're correct, Marie. We did cover that. I'll have to find out what the episode number is. The one thing that I did mention in that training video is when we teach this, at least when I teach it, I always turn the voice over speech off so you can actually hear the sound of the two pops very clearly. And then when you get familiar with that sound, then I turn the speech back on so that speech doesn't kind of interfere with the hearing the sound first. But I will look for the episode and I'll get back to you guys.
All right, very good. So yes, Danny, I think hopefully the lesson for you is that there are a lot of resources and it really should hopefully not be as much of a transition. And, really once you get used to it, I can certainly speak for myself. Once I switched over, I remember for a time I had my work, this is no longer the case, but my work phone had still had a home button after I'd switched my own to one without. And I just remember without, like, just subconsciously, I started swiping up on my work phone and like, why isn't this working? I mean, it was very simple. It was very not simple. It was very kind of natural is what I mean to say for me anyway, to kind of transition to this concept. So hopefully you won't find it so difficult.
Yeah. Well, I'll have plenty of time to practice because I got an iPhone 8 here. I'm just about ready to get paid off or whatever. And I'm going to have to get a new one eventually, about 2 or 3 months. So I'll have plenty of time to practice.
This is Jody.
All right, very good. All right, go ahead, Jody.
Just a quick comment. If cost is a factor, you can still get some of the SE3s. Those are equivalent to an iPhone 13 processor, and then those run about $400, where the SE, the 16E, runs about $600. So if that might be a consideration too.
All right, very good. Good discussion. All right. Who would like to ask the next question?
Valencia,
go ahead.
Okay. About a couple Buzz episodes ago, somebody mentioned not liking having the speech rate in their rotor, and so they removed it. But if you remove it from the rotor, aside from it showing up under accessibility for voiceover, where else would you find where you can maneuver the speech rate for voiceover?
This is Sean.
All right. I think I heard Pete first.
You can put it, Val, in your quick settings, which is also in your settings app under voiceover. You can find an item called quick settings, and it gives you a list of features. These are voiceover settings, and it gives you a list, and one of the items in the list is your iPhone speech rate, your voiceover speech rate. So you can add it to that list, much like adding that to your rotor. But in order to pull up the quick settings list, you do a 2-finger quadruple tap, 2 fingers 4 times, and it will bring up the list of quick settings, and you can tap on the quick setting for speech rate and adjust it that way.
All
Thank
right,
you.
very good. John, anything to add, or was that the same comment?
This is John.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing as Pete, but I just want to add one side comment that having noted that it's good to be mindful of which things you want to have on your rotor and which things you want to have in your quick settings. So then you just choose and you just remember which ones to go to. I mean, you can have all the same in both, but it almost becomes counterproductive, because then you have both up. I mean, you do have more than one place, but if the whole point is to just have certain ones in one place, then just be mindful of whether you want them in both places or just one.
All right. Thank you for that. That's a good you have to actually rotor around, right, in that circular motion to get to items, whereas with quick settings, you can search those. There's a search field. So there are some ways to more quickly reach some things in quick settings too. So definitely something to keep in mind. And with the quick settings being a much more recent addition. Go ahead, Shri.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's episode 113. It was last October's cafe where we did intro to voiceover, and a shameless plug. We'll be doing intro to voiceover part 2 in the next few months.
All right. Beautiful. And you can find that on our website at ibugtoday.org if you go to the iBug Cafe archives, or you can search in your favorite podcasting app for iBug Cafe. and you can find it there. Thank you, Shri, for looking that up. All right, very good. Who would like to ask the next question?
This is Randy.
Randy, go ahead.
I don't have a question. I just want to make a suggestion because earlier there was a question about something working in the public beta version of the iOS 26 coming out. But the comment I wanted to make is beta software is in flux. What works in this version may not work in the next version. What does work doesn't work will work, and what eventually gets released will be totally different than what you experience in the public beta. And if you do encounter an issue in the public beta, one thing that they're looking for is for input. So somewhere in the public beta, there's an option for you to send feedback to Apple saying this doesn't work. So it's always good to kind of be a good citizen when you're testing beta software. Is if you do encounter something, give that feedback to Apple. That's what they're looking for.
This is
All right, yes,
Shazadi.
thank you for that. Yes, go ahead, Shazadi.
I exactly did that, but I just wanted to see if anyone else tried out day beta and how did they find it? Because I do agree. That's why I downloaded it. I wanted to try. I do give them feedback, and I feel the more voiceover use it, maybe they'll make it better, right? So that's the intention that I downloaded it with. So
yeah,
I do give them feedback.
Very good. All right, very good. Yeah. The more like the it's a numbers game, right? So it's like the more that voiceover users that they have reporting bugs, you'd like to think hopefully that it would be a higher priority to address any issues. And yeah, in terms of, this whole balance, right? Like you don't know if something will still be there in terms of just announcing it. You don't know if it'll still be there before the release version. It's just like, it's one of those judgment calls based on severity. I remember a few years back, I think it was on, again, Jonathan Mosen, the podcast that was referred to earlier. And there had been some kind of a bug where like voiceover would just get completely disabled or something on the Apple Watch. And so he felt like something needed to be said, to make people aware and such. So yeah, it's just certainly a judgment call. But yes, for sure, the betas, there's expectation that they'll be a bit more rough around the edges. And that's definitely the time to report the bugs. So, all right, very good. Who would like to ask a new question or make a new comment?
This is Ed.
Go ahead, Ed.
Just a question about face recognition. Everybody's talking about no more home buttons. I'm happy with my 2022, but I guess someday I'll have to get rid of that and get something without a button. But I'm a little concerned because facial recognition, like I have a full beard and I wear dark sunglasses all the time. And I'm just wondering, what should I expect? A lot of problems with facial recognition, or anybody got?
All right. Does anyone have any experience? Pat, go ahead.
There are different settings for face recognition. You can put sunglasses on there if you wear them
do not disturb
all the time. And, there's different settings you need to turn off. What is it called to recognize your eyes?
The attention.
Attention. So you don't have to look directly at the camera. There's a bunch of different settings that you can tailor to fit yourself better.
And just the attention, just to clarify, that should be turned off by default when voiceover is running. So that is certainly useful for some of us who are using voiceover. And Ed, I guess back to you. All right, go ahead, Ed, and then we'll go to John.
So it uses eyes for recognition?
So if this attention feature is turned on, it does. But as I mentioned, when VoiceOver is running, the attention feature should be turned off by default, by just automatically by Apple when it detects that VoiceOver is running. So you should not encounter any issues with that.
Okay. And the fact that I plan on getting a prosthesis in my left eye in September would only leave one eye. So that's still enough that I could use facial recognition.
This is John.
Right. So, okay, go ahead, John.
So I can kind of speak to both of these anecdotally. So I have facial hair, I have a mustache, I have a beard, I have 2 prosthetic eyes, and I did scans before, I did scans after, and I haven't had any issues. The important thing to note is someone gave me a good tip that when you're unlocking your phone or you're using Apple Pay, you need to hold the phone far enough away that the camera can capture your face, because some people make the mistake of holding their phone too close to their face. So you want to hold it as if you're doing a selfie, like you're taking a selfie. So then it's far enough that the camera can capture your face, but it's not so close that the camera has trouble scanning your face to unlock the phone or do Apple Pay. And as people have previously mentioned on this Zoom call, that I think it was Jonathan Mosen who gave a good example where when you're setting up the Face ID, you can use your nose as like a clock, as like the hand of a clock when you turn your head, as a way to set up the Face ID. So then it makes it easier to recognize the points of your face. You don't necessarily need to rotate your face that way. Like I've just gone up, down, left, and right, and it's still recognized. But some people do prefer rotating their head in that clockward motion.
Yep. 1 moment. Yep. 1 moment. John, were you complete? Were you finished?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. All right. Ed, if you wanted to respond to that, then we'll go to Sandhya.
Thank you, John.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
All right. All right. Sandhya, you were first.
Yeah, I was just going to say that it's making an infrared map of your face. So it's, the contours of your face are the contours of your face. And so it's going to, whether you have hair or whatever, like people have all said. So, and I mean, it works in low lighting. I think I unlock my phone, and it's very powerful. So nothing to worry about.
All right. Very good. All right. And then Randy, you'll bring us to the halftime show.
Yeah, just want to add one more thing. So when I set up my Face ID, I wasn't wearing anything, just my face. And like as it's been said, when the phone detects that VoiceOver is enabled, it'll disable the attention. But interestingly, I was surprised when I was using my I had my Meta Ray-Ban glasses on one time, and it still read my face. So that proved that it's not even looking because with those glasses, it can't see them to your eyes. So it's pretty flexible when attention is turned off, basically.
This is John.
All right. Very good. All right, John, and then you'll take us to the halfway.
Okay, so
I believe.
So a few quick things. You can set up Face ID with or without a mask, but sorry, I got unmuted. So yeah, you can set up Face ID with or without a mask, but if you have an Apple Watch, there's also a feature that allows you to unlock your Apple Watch if you're wearing a mask and you have your Apple Watch, you can unlock your device while wearing a mask as long as you have your Apple Watch as well.
All right. Very good. Thank you for those tips. Good discussion about face recognition. And yes, I have personally found, as compared to Touch ID, I have found the Face ID to be much more reliable. Yes, occasionally, randomly, my phone will just decide that it wants a passcode, but that happens much less frequent. And of course, when it restarts, it asks for the passcode, but much less frequently, just in the course of ordinary use, do I have to enter my passcode as compared to when I used Touch ID. So yes, once you get it set up, it should work quite well. So with that, it is now time for our halftime entertainment. But before we do that, is there anyone else who has joined us after our intros who would like to introduce themselves to begin the second hour? So you can tell us your name and where you're from.
Hi, it's Vanessa, Georgia.
Hey, Vanessa, welcome.
Thank you.
Are you from Virginia?
Hello. She, welcome.
Kathy from Tulsa.
Hey, Kathy, welcome. Anyone else?
Sandhya from Houston.
Hey, Sandhya, welcome.
Dale from Cleveland.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Dee from Southern Illinois.
Hey, Dee, welcome.
Thank you.
Rosetta Stone from Conyers, Georgia.
All right, welcome, Miss Rosetta Stone.
Hello, Maria.
All right, anyone else who would like to say hello? If we haven't welcomed you. All right, very good. Well, welcome back to you all. And it is now time for the big reveal of the movie that we will be listening to, because it's the audio track, this Friday. So over to the movie night, Mr. McCulloch. Are you out there?
He's so fine. She were mine. That handsome boy with hair. One with the wavy hair.
Yes, I'm back again. Hello, everybody. It is August, and you know what that means. It's the 8th month of the year. Oh, boring. Okay. We are going to do some clues, but we got a fun fact before we get going into those clues. Anybody been on any steep streets? Steep, like trying to walk up a steep.
Yeah, when I was in San Francisco.
Yes, for sure.
Yes. Lombard is what you're talking about, probably.
That's probably it then.
Okay, well, what do you think are the 5 steepest streets in the world? You guessed one of them, but we'll come back to that one. It's not, well, we'll start out with that because that one's actually the 5th steepest according to whoever did this poll. Lombard Street in San Francisco. It has a 27% grade.
Oof.
Pretty steep, pretty steep.
Miss Kathy.
Then Kathy, whoa.
What about the mile in Edinburgh, or is it in Glasgow?
Well, get there. We're gonna maybe not. We'll see. Let's see. 4th. Well, actually, before we get there, there's another one right there in San Francisco, Bradford Street. Brad is that? No, Brad's not here tonight. But anyway, his street is actually a little bit steeper. Oh, okay. Brad Street is 28%.
Answer call.
28%. So it's actually a little more steeper than Lombard. Of course, Lombard is also known as the most crooked street, and it's probably the most famous of all the steep streets. Lots of movies been made there. They get so much traffic. You know, it's one way just to go down, but they get so much traffic, they're now thinking of taking reservations to go down it. So you have to sign up if you want to go down that street. All right, let's move on. Number 4, it is called Eldred Street in Los Angeles. It has a 33.3% grade. Of course, in Los Angeles, you can't do that anymore because now they have a limit of 15 degrees on any of their streets. So snuck in there before that came into effect. Let's see. 3rd is Baldwin Street in Dunedin, New Zealand.
Oh.
Coming in at 34.8%. Number 2, Canton Avenue in, where's our Pennsylvania friends? Pittsburgh. Didn't know they had a steep street there. 37% grade. And the number one, according to this particular survey, says Waipio Valley Road in Hawaii is at a 40% grade. Wow. Can't imagine walking up that one. Tough. All right. Anyway, let's move on. We've got to get to
And
There you go.
they're off. We have blast off, lift off.
All right, back down. Here we go. We've got rules for our game tonight. Trying to guess the movie for this Friday. Say your name, wait to be acknowledged before you guess the title. You get one guess per clue. We'll have maybe 5 clues if we get that far. Also, we have our bullpen. You know who you're in the bullpen. Anybody that's a facilitator or mentor or does any crazy things with iBUG, then you are not eligible till later on. And what else? Oh, if you've been a winner in the last 3 weeks, you also are ineligible tonight. Clue number 1. Our film this week, this is a good one, takes place primarily on a Caribbean island. We are going down to the Caribbean Sea area. All right. Valencia.
How Stella got her groove back. Mm-hmm.
Oh, groove, Val. Not tonight. Good try. Anybody else want to take a wild guess at a movie that takes place? Okay. We're moving on to clue number 2. The main theme of the film is justice and human rights. Man, it's so quiet. We got lots of people out there. We need some new blood in the game.
Come on, guys. Unmute and say
Everybody can unmute for this part. This is the only time you get to unmute and keep yourself unmuted. Just shout out your name if you have any ideas, or even if you don't have any ideas, just come off and say hi to me. I'm lovely.
I want to say hello to you.
Oh.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Michael.
Oh,
Hey, very good. Michael.
Stop.
All right. We're moving on. Clue number.
Hi, Michael.
Oh, God.
Clue number 3. The main characters. No, the main characters' habeas corpus filing is portrayed in the film.
What? What?
All right.
The main character has.
Do we need to explain habeas corpus to you?
Yeah, I think so. Big word. It's a big
The film portrays the main character's habeas corpus filing.
Did you say porpoise? Porpoise?
Corpus.
You know that lawyer term.
Corpus.
Oh. Yeah, you do that real well.
It's Flipper.
Okay. All right. We need a definition of habeas corpus. Anybody?
I know.
Who's that?
Me.
Me. Go ahead.
Me.
It means produce the body. It means if you are in custody, you need to prove, the government has to prove why you are in custody.
Booyah. Yeah, booyah.
I read that on YouTube.
She got it almost correct according to ChatGPT.
That's where she got her law degree.
Almost.
All right, moving on.
Or maybe
Does somebody want to
a
guess?
warrant.
Did anybody want to guess? Okay. Clue number. What are we on?
4.
4.
3.
4. No, habeas corpus was 3. 4. Ooh, nasty. This is nasty. The U.S. government initially withholds classified evidence from the defense team.
This is Mary Alice.
Mary Alice, come on down.
Hyphen.
Oh,
hyphen. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't like hyphen. I like dash.
Is it the firm?
The firm. Does that take place on a cottage?
No, that's New Orleans, I think.
Yeah, but he goes to it.
He does go to the.
He goes to the island.
Oh, maybe so. Wow. He's going to the island. The firm. Who's in that one? That one's
It's
that guy.
Tom Cruise, right?
Popeye.
Tom Cruise, yes.
Oh, Tom Cruise. Yes. No, that's the one where he goes.
He's a lawyer, and he goes.
He goes to Tennessee.
I'm getting all those law shows mixed up.
I think it's Mississippi.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, guess what? Mary Dash Alice is wrong. Good try, Mary.
Got your hopes up, didn't it?
Anybody else?
Can the bullpen play now?
One more clue. We're going to hang on. 5th clue. We're going to number 5. Number 5 says, this is about the defense attorney. The defense attorney wears, this is cool, red lipstick in the Supreme Court, which signifies her identity. Cool. Nobody has any ideas. All right, open. You're on if you dare. Truth or dare time.
3? You were asking.
I'm passing because I have no idea.
Okay. Well, I guess.
Bonus clue.
Do we have one?
It's not going to help them, okay? So.
We do have a bonus.
It is.
Bonus.
They're beyond hope.
Bonus. Here we go. With
Go.
The Guardian. I think that's like a newspaper, isn't it? The Guardian?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The Guardian eventually publishes parts of the main character's diary upon which the book and the film are based.
Yowza.
Yep. Don't all answer at once.
Why not to?
I guess all right. We're going to have to just tell everybody.
No.
Go ahead. Break it to them.
WikiLeaks, Pete.
May I make up something?
No. Let's go.
All right, Pete.
WikiLeaks.
WikiLeaks. Very, very wiki. Okay. All right. Anybody else?
Where's that a stone? Can I make up something?
Sure, you may make up something. You're very creative.
Yes. So the name of the movie is Sondia.
Well, that sounds
Oh,
like a horrible movie.
yeah. Sandia on the beach.
Oh, God, no. Let's go. Come on, move on.
All right.
Rated X.
Ugh. Move on.
Beach blanket Sandia.
Move on.
All right, here we go. All right. Somebody got it. So the movie we are seeing this week is called The Mauritanian.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Nope.
Is that
It's
anything like an
about,
Argo Bargo?
it's
Never heard of
about
it.
one of the people that were suspected of a 9/11 event. It was held captive in Guantanamo Bay for 15 years. And finally was released when they could not prove that he had anything to do with it.
Oh, my.
Oh, so it's a rom-com.
So, yes, it is a legal thriller.
How did you pronounce the name?
Biography. The Mauritanian.
Oh, I was thinking of moratorium. Okay,
He's from Mauritania.
So it's really based on a true story then.
It is a true story. Biography of.
Oh, that sounds like that sounds like the name of a ship.
What I too. The
ship.
one that was the sister to the Titanic.
Yeah.
Mauritania, was it?
Anyway, the movie is about 2 hours, 9 minutes, rated R. I think it gets into a little bit of things they're not supposed to do, but in trying to question him, but he survives it all. His name is, I'm going to butcher this name since I don't speak Arabic, Mohamedou Oud Slahi. And anyone who wants to correct me, you're welcome to. It stars, he's played by Tahar Rahim. There's also in the film Nui Hamadi Badi and Satna Hamoud.
Who's the woman who wears the red lipstick?
And
I assume
Jodie
it's a
Foster,
woman.
Jodie Foster.
There you go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
The defense attorney, yes, from the ACLU.
And I believe it's Marie. I think Shailene Woodley is also in that in this movie. Yeah, from yeah,
Why
she plays
you
the
answer
partner of
movie
Jodie
question,
Foster.
Maria?
Because it didn't come to me in that moment. Because I have seen this movie. It's a great movie. And it's actually, it is based on a true, there's a little cameo from the real, like in the end, there's some footage of the real him.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely a true story. It's a great movie. I would recommend that you all come and watch.
Cool.
We will be there this Friday. So please come and join us for lots of good fun.
So very humble, that one.
All right. Thank you, Mr. McCulloch. All right. And now we shall. All right. And now we are going to return to our iBUG Buzz iOS programming, and it is now time for the iBUG Byte. And this iBUG Byte was actually inspired by real life from today, actually. I thought I was going to do something else, and then this came up for me today. And so I changed my mind and recorded this fun iBUG bite that I hope you all will find useful. It has to do with a Safari feature that might help to make some of your browsing experiences a little either more, depending on the situation, either more accessible or more complete. So with that, if you browse the web with Safari on your phone and then also some other browser on a desktop operating system like Windows or Mac, you may have noticed that there are times when the websites will look different. That is, the same website has both a desktop and a mobile type view. It may employ responsive design, for example, to adapt to your screen size, or there may be some other type of programming which lends itself to these different views. Usually that shouldn't be too much of an issue, but there are most definitely times when the mobile view is an issue. I've encountered situations where the mobile view is sometimes not as accessible as the desktop view for whatever reason or in some way. For example, some menu that is there in desktop view isn't there in mobile view, or it won't expand, or I can't select one of its options, or sometimes it won't even read as an actual option with words, and it'll just say menu option, and I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Or just literally sometimes content and features are not available in this mobile view. And so fortunately for these types of situations, Safari has a desktop mode. You can request the desktop version of a website in Safari on a case-by-case basis, and I will show you how that works. And you can also set for a particular website for it to always default to that desktop mode, among other settings that you can change on a per domain basis. So I'll give you an example here of a mobile view that in my view is not ideal, and we'll see how activating the desktop mode makes a difference. I am in Safari on my phone, and I am on the group page for a Google group which I manage. And so on this page,
thank you for being a value. Regards.
This is a description for this list. And then after this description,
conversations list.
We're taken right to our conversations. What should be happening is that I should have interface for managing those conversations. If there are any that are pending, I should be able to manage members. I should be able to see group settings, but I see absolutely none of that. In my humble opinion, this is a terrible mobile view. So we're going to address this by requesting desktop mode. And we do this from the page menu. So I'm going to move to the top of the screen with a 4-finger tap in the upper half.
Page menu button.
This is at the top because of the way that I have my Safari screen set up so that the address bar is at the top. So this may vary for you. It may be closer to the bottom of the screen above the Safari tab bar if your address bar is at the bottom. And so you may need to, for example, touch in the lower left-hand corner to reach the back button and then flick to the left a couple of times to reach this page menu button. So that will just depend on your setup. So we'll double tap to open this menu.
Page. Sheet grabber button.
If I just continuously flick to the right,
Hide distracting manage extension, 1Password, search text size, more button.
some of these, for example, 1Password in my case, these options will depend on the extensions that you may have installed, but you will see there that this request desktop website is not here in this top level of this page menu. So indeed, we do need to select more here. So I will double tap on more.
Edit button.
And this allows us to edit what appears in this menu. We will not do that at this point. I will flick to the right.
Page menu, done. Page actions, heading, privacy report, hide toolbar, request desktop website, button.
And here is the option that we will be selecting in this more menu to request the desktop website. But since we are here, I will show you where these per domain settings can be set. And in this case, the request desktop website for the domain in question, which I just may decide to set after I finish recording this for Google Groups. In order to jump to the per domain settings, I can conveniently rotate to headings and then flick down because this is a separate heading. So I will do that now.
Headings. 0 headings.
And even though we are told that there are 0 headings,
tab actions, heading. Website settings for groups.google.com, heading.
I flicked down a couple of times there and you can see that there are indeed headings. And so here we are in the website settings for groups.google.com. And the very first one, if I flick to the right,
request desktop website, switch button, off.
So if I wanted to set that now here, I would switch this on. I would double tap to toggle this setting to on and then select that done button. I will do this likely after I finish the recording, but for the sake of a more immediate demo, I'm going to request the desktop website specific to this instance closer to the top of this menu, where you heard the button to request desktop website.
Request desktop website button.
I'll double tap.
Keyboard visible conversations list. Select all
And now I am taken back to pretty close actually to where I was before I requested the desktop website. But if I move above, I'm going to just use Explore by Touch to quickly get to what I am looking for.
Conversations, more, approved, pending, people, members, pending members, band user, about, my memberships, group settings, favorite group.
As you can tell, now this group management menu that I was expecting, that I see on the desktop when I am browsing this page on Windows, is also now shown to me here in Safari, and I can accomplish group management tasks. So this is just one example of where desktop mode can be useful. As I mentioned, I have seen others. And so I hope that this is helpful to you as you are browsing the web in Safari on iOS. All right. So that completes our iBUG bite for the evening. And I would love to take if anyone has any questions or comments, or if you'd like to share any instances where you have found perhaps on certain sites the desktop mode or the desktop version of the website to make a difference in terms of accessibility.
This is Shazadi.
Shazadi, go ahead.
I did encounter the same issue. I had to access a government website, and one part of their thing wasn't working with the mobile version. So then I did indeed go into the page menu, going to the desktop version, and that did fix the issue. So majority of the time it works, but also I've encountered sometimes when, depending on the website and the organization, even the desktop doesn't work, right? So it is a good option, but just keep in mind sometimes it depends on the website too sometimes, but majority of the time it does work. So it's pretty good. I really like it.
All right. Thank you for that. And yes, of course, it'll depend on the website. Yeah. I mean, sometimes when you think those types of websites, the accessibility issue would probably even occur, you know, on other, like on a desktop operating system and such. So yeah, there's only so much it can fix, but when the times when it does work, or it is quite a good feature. So,
yes.
All right. Any other comments or questions on desktop?
This is Randy.
Randy, go ahead.
Hi, Maria. Well, thank you for sharing this. I didn't know this was available previously when I wanted to try to get to a desktop view because the mobile version of an app or a website wasn't working well. Usually I'd go down to the bottom of the website, you know, where it says contact us, press information, investors. Usually on that area where it has all that information is usually something that says desktop view, and then it will, if you're in desktop view and you want to go back to mobile view, then it'll, you know, then you'll have that option. But I have a question. So the way you did it is when you do it this way, you have the options. So from now on, whenever you go to this particular group or any Google Groups like website, it will always come up as the desktop view.
So and first of all, that's a really good point about that. Yeah, like because that used to not be so much of a thing. And so you would use the web browser's functionality, but that's a great point that there are multiple ways to do that. And that, yes, a lot of the websites will give you that option to switch out to the different views natively within the site itself. So that is also an option. And it just depends on like if that website will save your settings via a cookie or not, and versus what Safari will do. So yeah, with Safari, so the way that I actually showed it with that button to just show the difference that it made, that button itself was like a one-time thing. Okay. But when I went farther down in the settings, there was that heading. When I rotated to headings and I flicked it down, and there was one that said settings for groups.google.com, and then the first one there was a switch button, like a toggle button that was off. And so if I had toggled that to on, the request to desktop website there, if I had toggled that second instance under the domain heading, if I had toggled that to on and then selected done, then it should have by default then load the desktop mode from there, or like moving forward in future. But the first the actual when you first open that more menu, the first version of the setting that you come to, which is just a button, not a switch button, but just a button, that's for only doing it that particular time.
Got it. Thank you very much.
All right. Very good. Thank you for the question. All right. Any other questions? All right. Very good. Then we will return to our regularly scheduled program of open forum questions. So who would like to ask the next question or make the next comment?
Gary,
go ahead.
Hey, last week we were talking about getting new phones, and I was curious, is it better to set up an appointment and all that, or is it feasible just to drop in?
All right. And this is, you're referring to the Apple Store here?
Yeah,
just
the
to
Apple,
be clear?
going to the Apple Store. Yes, going to the Apple Store.
All right. Anyone have any thoughts on this? Anyone who has recently gone to an Apple Store, and this is for like setting up a new phone?
Yeah, we were going to buy a new phone and have it set up and all that. And we're trying to figure out the best way to do it. And there's some.
Mm-hmm.
This is Jake. I have a comment.
All right, go ahead, Jake.
I would say it depends on like what you're trying to do. Like, I know I've been to the Apple Store before, and they're pretty quick, but there's a lot of people there sometimes. And I know that when you just go in there and you say, I want a new phone, they'll help you set it up and everything, and you'll get what you want. So I guess what I would do is I would figure out where my local store was, and I would call Apple and see if it would be better to maybe make an appointment. But I know that, I whenever I've been in there, it's been a while. I didn't have to make an appointment. They helped me out pretty good.
Yeah. Well, in the past, we've made appointments, but there's some. One of us is having some medical issues, so we don't really know when we could make the appointment. So we were thinking if we could just drop in and get what we want.
Yeah. I mean, do you have skills like on how to set up voiceover and all that?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we'll be going, we've been iPhone users for 10 years. So,
then I would just go drop in and do it.
We'll be going to a phone without a home button, but I don't think that'll be too hard to learn. So I'm not really worried about that.
All right. Yeah, it sounds like worst case you walk in and you just have to wait a bit, if they're a bit busy. I can't imagine unless they're like incredibly over the top busy that they would turn you away.
Yeah, I don't think they turn us away, but I was just thinking
right.
Would it be more feasible to, do an appointment due to certain circumstances in life? That's not feasible for me right now. So I wanted to try to just get these phones.
Right.
To be honest with you.
All right. Go. Yes, Jake, go ahead.
To be honest with you, Apple has a thing in the Apple Store where you can connect your Apple Store account to your carrier, and you could just have them ship your phone to you and trade in the phone that you have now, and they'll give you quite a bit. That's how I've been doing it.
Yeah, we got to put cases in. We got to get some other peripherals like cases and chargers and stuff like that. So,
Liz?
Yeah, it's good to have options. Who I didn't catch who that was?
I'm sorry, Liz.
Liz, yes, go ahead.
Okay, when you just pop into an Apple store, if you're making a purchase, the first people that you come to are sales, and sales really want to make a sale, so you get seen like pretty fast. And if you're buying peripherals for it, you'll really be seen fast, because I don't know if they're still on commission, but that was like a big thing. If you want like technical help, you got to wait because you're not buying anything. I'm just saying that's
well, no,
we'd be my area.
We'd be buying phones, so that that would be.
You'll get help right away.
This is Jody.
All right, Jody, go ahead.
Yeah, I might suggest you also go to your carrier store because they might be able to give you a deal since you already have an account with them. Not just a deal on a phone, but also you might even be able to set up a payment plan and that sort of thing too.
All right. Very good. Any other comments on this?
Oh, this is Jody.
Oh, yes. Go ahead, Jody.
And they could also help you set the phone up too.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. It sounds like what you're looking for.
Okay.
All right. Well, very good. It sounds like that'll work out then to do the walk-in. So good luck with that. And we'll be interested to hear how you're getting along with your new homeless button phones.
Great.
Very good. All right. Who would like to ask the next question?
This is Joe.
Joe, go ahead.
Now, I had a comment from the last time when we were talking about the setting up the Face ID. There's another thing. Don't get it mixed up with the one for the turning off. There's something called Face Aware. And that you might want to turn off, because if you don't, it'll be taking pictures of your face no matter, when you don't want it to.
All right. And this is all right. And you said this is called facial awareness?
Yeah, something like that. It's in the Face ID settings.
All right.
So don't get the two mixed up.
All right, very good. Definitely many settings. So thank you for that. Let's see let's see. There is the attention awareness. I wonder if that's
the attention awareness. That's the
yes.
There's two attention things. There's two attention settings. I forget but the attention awareness. That's the one you don't want.
Yes, and it should by default when you're running voiceover, it should have that turned off
No,
by
no, no.
default.
No, this is a different one. Okay, maybe I should
Oh,
look it up
okay.
again.
All
There's two.
right.
There's one that will that has to do with looking at your phone and whether your phone's going to turn on, and then there's another one that works a bit like it works a bit like Tap to Wake, only it uses your Face ID.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I think that one's called facial awareness.
All right. So you're talking about to actually like unlock like a tap to a raise to wake or something like that. Is that what you're?
It works like that, but
Okay.
it'll use your Face ID, and you might not want your phone turning on so often. So you have to.
Sure. All right. Well, thank you for that. It sounds like perhaps some homework to actually figure out the setting, but it might be a good thing to explore both in Face ID settings, and then there are some settings as well in display settings that might be relevant to that as well. Yes, and touch.
And touch. So you got 3 different things to turn off, unless you want to be annoyed by an iPhone turning on.
Indeed. All right. Well, thank you for those tips. Those are good reminders, I think, for all of us, especially if you just go for years with restoring the phone from a backup and such, and then all of a sudden little, changes creep in that you don't want, and you start from scratch, and then you forget these things. So this is a good reminder. All right. Who would like to? Sorry, who is that? Brenda?
This is Brenda. Yes.
Yes, go ahead, Brenda.
I just have a comment from last week. I think it was Pat that asked a question about if anybody knew something about a Bluetooth mic. I just wanted to just share. I had talked to actually my fitness teacher. She has a mic on when she's teaching class, and I wanted to let Pat know that the mic she recommends is a headset. It's not Bluetooth, though. The music she plays is Bluetooth. You do have to still have some type of a PA system. You plug it in, but it is, a headset where you don't have to hold a mic. And she says the best brand to use is Shure, SHURE.
All right. Thank you for that. All right. Well, hopefully, Pat, that'll help you out.
Pat, thank you.
Yes, go ahead. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sure. SHURE, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
She says there's other mics she's used, but because of certain radio laws, radio sound wave laws, that one tends to work everywhere.
All right, very good. And you'll want to look for the actual Bluetooth, the type of mic that you are wanting, because I assure you that Shure makes many, many, many mics. So okay. I don't know offhand which series of mic that is, but I'm sure that if you look on Shure.com. Go ahead, Pete.
I would look for a lavalier. It's a style of microphone. It's actually usually a Bluetooth, and it's actually one that clips to your clothing, to your blouse or your shirt or something, some part of your clothing. But it's commonly used by speakers in front of audiences, and you still do need a PA system, particularly a Bluetooth receiver with a PA system. But Shure makes a million mics. I'm speaking on one now.
Okay. Yeah. And I just, to me, when I'm just hearing the PA system and the receiver and such, it's more, I wonder, is this actually a wireless mic as opposed to Bluetooth? I'm just thinking in terms of the range.
Right.
Yeah. I believe Shure, I think there's a mic series called the Move or something like that. So that sounds just from its name like it might be what you're looking for, but, certainly invite you. I've seen the sponsored ads because I have another Shure. I have a small Shure mic that if I want to record from my phone, a USB-C mic. So that's different. But I've seen sponsored ads in Facebook for a Shure Move. So
is that the
may be what you're looking
MV88?
for. That is.
Yeah. I've got an old one, the Lightning connection. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it's a good mic it's a condenser mic, so it's a good mic for recording singing bowls and things. So Anyway, but that is not the mic that I'm speaking in today. Anyway, but yes, so happy mic shopping. All right. Who would like to ask the next question?
Rosetta Stone.
Rosetta Stone, go ahead.
I was wondering if, I flag messages in my inbox that I want to keep. So I was wondering if I deleted those messages from my inbox, would they also be deleted from my flagged box?
Oh, all right. That is a good question. Does anyone have an answer to that? Oh, well, it sounds like Ms. Rosetta Stone there. You might want to flag something that doesn't actually matter and maybe try it out.
Christina.
Thank you.
Yes, Christina, go ahead.
Yes, it will delete them.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank
Very
you.
good. All right. Who would like to ask the next question?
This is Ed.
Ed, go ahead.
I have a question about cameras. The camera on my iPhone. If I take a picture and I was when I was on vacation, I had the girl on the boat take a picture of me on a Zep board, and they took a video, and they said it was far away. So I'm assuming that now that was through Meta glasses, but the question is, and I know that Meta doesn't, I don't think they have an adjustment on zoom on the camera, but is the zoom that's on my iPhone, does that, what is the best setting to put that at? Like, would it be, like if I'm taking pictures normally, would it be at, like, I don't know what the setting is, but it's halfway, or would it be zoomed in or out, or how does anybody adjust that? Has anybody got any input on that?
All right. Do we have any intrepid photographers among us? Budding photographers who know about zoom levels? Well, I don't know directly, and I don't even recall the amount of detail. And this is such a kind of around the way, so I don't actually know if this would answer your question. But I know that in a book that she wrote for National Braille Press about, oh gosh, is it called like Capturing the World or something? About using the iPhone's camera to take photos. I'm thinking like if it's still available. This is Judy Dixon, and as part of writing that book, she like actually hired someone to teach her the basics of photography, because she's totally blind, I believe, as well. And so what she learned there, she included and wrote about in this book that I think is called something like Capturing and Sharing the World or something like that. I'm trying to look it up very quickly here. Go ahead, Pete.
Am I wrong, but did Sri have her on the cafe?
This is Sri.
Oh, Sri, go ahead.
We did have Judy Dixon on the cafe. One thing I was going to say about the camera is typically when you take a picture, it's the default settings to take a picture. And there is a zoom option where if you swipe right, you can land on zoom, and you can swipe up or down to increase or decrease the zoom to take a picture. So that's about what I can tell you. Since I can't see the camera, what it actually looks like, I'm just going to assume that it's a default setting when you take an initial picture.
All right. And just before Pete, just to follow up, this book is called Capturing and Sharing the World, and it is still available. It came out a few years back, but I have a feeling that the general photography conceptual content is eternally relevant. So, Pete, go ahead.
I was just going to tell Ed that if you wanted to get close-ups, you know, if they said that they filmed you at a distance and you were wondering how to get closer, then the zoom in would be the term that you would go for, not the zoom out. Zoom out brings you farther back out. Zoom in, the lens brings you closer to your topic, your subject. And if you have 1x, 2x, 3x, things like that, I don't know how the camera is calibrated. I haven't played with it lately, but the higher the X, the closer up the camera would appear. So the closer to the subject you would be. Just for general terminology.
All right. Who is that?
Ed?
Ed, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so there is a 1, 2, 3, and 4x setting in the camera.
I don't know. This is Pete. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Actually, when I had sight, I used
This is free.
like SLR cameras and zoom lenses and all that. But I'm just trying to figure out the relativity of the zoom that's available on the phone, and I wondered if anybody knew.
All right. Shri, go ahead.
Yeah, so when you launch the camera app, if you swipe right, I think it's 2 or 3 times, you'll get to the zoom section. And then you can swipe up or down. I think it goes in like point decimal zoom. So like,
Yeah,
1.1,
1.2. Yes,
yeah.
It does. Yep. And it goes up. So the higher the number, then based on what Pete just said, that means you're zooming in, right, for further detail. And I think it depends too on your phone model. Like I'm just over here zooming. I just keep doing it. I'm at 7 something. Like I don't even know how far I can go. But it just keeps going.
This is true.
Shri, go ahead.
I would say, you have to be careful. If you really zoom in, you're also going to increase the potential of the picture to become blur. Unless you have a certain type of cameras that can handle pictures being taken very close. That's why I think the Pro Max or the Pro Series have the aperture to be able to take pictures very, very close and not be blurred. So just have to be aware of that.
All right.
And I was going to say, this is Shri.
Go ahead, Shri.
You can always take a picture and just ask Be My Eyes to ask, hey, is this picture being very clear? Is it blurry? Or, it'll tell you.
Or take 2 and say which one is a close-up, closer up, that kind of a comparison.
That's true, yeah. And if you have, I would think they offer in Canada too, like Ira with their 5-minute free offers, even if it was just to take a picture.
Yeah, they do.
An Ira, thank you. So yes, an Ira agent or visual interpreter, as they refer to themselves now. So an Ira VI can, snap the picture for you as well. So that's another option. And then they can give you the feedback right there. All right, go ahead, Ed.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Many ideas, and from that, I figured out what I'm gonna do. Thanks.
This is Shazadi.
Very good, Shazadi. Go ahead.
If you have the latest iOS version, like 18.5 or later, you can even take a picture, just press the side button and ask Siri, and she can send it to ChatGPT, and it can tell you if it's blurry or how the picture is. So you don't have to go anywhere, just using your side button, and you can just ask Siri to send it to ChatGPT. That's faster too. Just many ways of doing stuff, right?
This is Shri.
Go ahead, Shri.
Not to jump the gun here, but with iOS 26, one of the features that's available is to let you know if the camera lens is smudged or not. So now we'll be able to tell if the camera lens itself is smudged or is our picture blurry. Now we'll know the difference.
I'll try it out.
Oh, well, very good. All right. Yes, any extra information we can get, that's for sure. Pete, go ahead.
Yeah, a different topic. Speaking of iRun, I guess it's somewhat iOS related, but I saw an ad on TV, a commercial on TV this afternoon that Ira and Walmart, it was a Walmart commercial, that Ira and Walmart is now a partner with Ira. And that's huge news. I was an Ira customer for many years, and everybody was crying to become, partners. So you have free access within their geo fence to Walmart.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. That sounds
So
great.
I would say, Ed, go to Walmart, take a few pictures, and then call Ira.
Yeah, there you go.
This is
Well,
free.
that's wonderful if it's permanent, because I know it had been a pilot initially and it wasn't, I thought it wasn't going to be extended. So if that
Walmart
changed,
was
that's
advertising.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Well, that's
cool.
excellent. All right, go ahead, Shri. So
Also, I
good
think I
update.
read today that the airport in Kansas, I think, is
Kansas
now
City. Yep.
has IRA built in. Services available.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good in the IRA app itself. There's that access offers button, and you can select to browse the those, and you can pick by your location and see what comes up, and that's the best way for sure to know what's available to you.
This is Joe.
All right, Joe, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that the IRA offer is not available in Canada.
Ah, thank you for that.
Looks
That's
like Ed has a
unfortunate.
long drive ahead of him.
I'm not sure any of them are, rather than airports.
Oh dear. Oh, well,
This
I'm
is Shri.
sorry to hear that. All right, Shri, go ahead.
Do you know can we still get the IRA discount if you are an ACB or an FB member, or is that no longer available?
I believe that is no longer available with the new when the new plans were switched to a couple of years back. But I would definitely recommend for a 100% to be sure to reach out to IRA directly to ask them. All right. Anyone who would like to ask the next question? We have a couple more minutes.
Liz,
Go ahead.
has anybody recently done something on how to find your photos in the photo app? I have a heck of a time trying to find even like ones I took yesterday.
Go ahead, Pete. And understanding that I believe in iOS 26, right, there are going to be some changes again to the Photos app. But as it stands now, Pete, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say Brad did a bite on it one day, iBUG Buzz last year, and I don't remember the date. I don't know if he's still on, Bradford. It was when the photo app was reconfigured, and it listed all the different headings and the different types, and the different types of photos and videos and screen captures and deleted items, recently deleted items.
This is Jody.
Go ahead, Jody.
Yeah, what I do is I actually open the camera app and I go down to the lower left-hand corner to the photo and video viewer, and I tap on that, and the most recent pictures will be there. So the most recent picture is there, and then of course you can swipe with 3 fingers from left to right, and then you go to the next picture. And I actually try to find my most recent pictures that way rather than trying to find them in the photo app.
This is Shri.
This is Ed.
All right, Shri first.
So I did do a segment on the Photos app when I did intro to iOS 18. And when you do launch the Photos app, it's broken into 2 segments. The top half is your library, and the bottom half is all these different sections that we were just talking about right now. If you do a 4-finger single tap near the top of the screen and just swipe right and hit select, which is a 3rd tab, that will bring up basically your list of photos or videos that you've taken, with the most current being on the bottom right-hand corner. But if you do select the library tab, which is the top half of the screen, then it kind of behaves like the old way Photos app was laid out.
All right. Very good. Thank you for that tip. All right. Go ahead. I think someone was before you.
Ed.
I'm just blanking. Ed, thank you, everyone.
Yeah, actually, I just took some pictures the week before last of another camper that I was with. So I said I would send them the pictures. So I opened my photo app, and I just went through and I found the date. And so they're all dated. And as I went through the pictures, I hit like I would hit the photo and it would describe it. And I would hit choose and it would go to the next photo and it would describe it. And I found all his photos, and I found a video of him, and I hit that, and I played it to make sure it was him, and then I I I hit share, went to mail drop, did a mail drop to him, and he got his photos. It was that simple, and I've never experienced that in the photo part of it before, like where you just tap it and it described the video or the picture. So
right.
I don't know, just give it a try.
All right.
Randy.
Very good. Well, with that, and thank you all for the enthusiastic participation, but can you believe that we are at the top of the hour? And so a quick reminder of the events that we have coming up this week. We've got tomorrow, well, now we have our After Buzz in just a moment, so do stay with us. Tomorrow, our Mac Buzz from 5 to 6 p.m. Central. Thursday, Trekkie Talk from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Friday, the movie, The Mauritanian, from and that's on this Friday. Movies beginning at 8, pre-social time at 7 p.m. And of course, rounding out the week on Sunday, The Cafe on August 10th from 4 to 5:30 p.m. on the Agiga Echo Vision glasses. And so we invite you to join us for any and all of those events. Thank you all for your great questions, for your wonderful comments and participation. And with that, I will turn it over for the after